Oops. Good morning, everyone. Testing, seeing if this is, I guess if you guys can hear me talking okay without all the weird noise that happened last week. So if you've hopped on, even if you can't stay, if you can just say, yeah, I can hear you, thumbs up or something, that would be awesome. Otherwise, feel free to stay along and ask questions about meal prep. I'm going to keep it super simple today. For a few reasons. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you've hopped on, really asking you to let me know if you can hear me okay, and we will go from there. So anyway, I'm going to do rotisserie chicken. Hi, Charlene. Can you hear me? Am I talking okay this time? Is there any weird choppiness or other than my voice? Is everything okay? Let me know. Thumbs up. Yes, anything. That would be awesome. I will wait. I will be patient because I want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? All right, well, we're going to get started. So here's the rotisserie chicken. This is what I'm doing today because I like it. It does an awesome thing for my lunches, but it also means that I can keep it going. So after I've eaten most of the meat off of it, I will move over to making a broth with it, which is also for my next week's meals. So it just keeps going and doing things like that. So it's really easy to make the rotisserie chicken. Literally, you've just put the seasonings onto the chicken. We throw it in the microwave for 25 minutes. We check the temperature, make sure it's good, and then that's it. We're done. Chicken. So I'm just going to put it all on here. All right. I saved about half, so I'm only going to use about half there. And it's my round steamer, so it goes into the microwave for, we'll start with 25 minutes and then check the temperature and go from there. Okay, so that's the rotisserie chicken. The next piece I'm going to get started on is simply baked beans. The reason I'm doing this one is because my husband forgot that we could make these things at home, so he came home with this stuff. And I would just like to say, oh my, I've forgotten how much sugar and stuff is in these things and sodium. So just comparing, for example, for half a cup of this, it's 170 calories. It's 430 milligrams of sodium and 31 carbohydrates, and 11 of that is sugar. And if you look at ours, it is 130 calories, 3 grams of carbohydrates, so 1 fiber, 1 sugar, 1 protein with this. So therefore, then with all your beans, of course, you're going to get all the extra protein from the beans, but it depends on which ones you use and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome. And it can make 8 cups, this guy here, and it's just pretty simple. So I'm not going to be making 8 cups. And I am going to use canned beans just because I wanted to give the same, well, one, I forgot I was going to do this until this morning. So that's that. So some beans, it wants 3/4 of a cup of water, which I will do because I'm not actually, got all my prep bowls today. All right, so then we're going to go ahead with that. So I'm not actually going to use crushed tomatoes. I'm actually just going to use a fresh tomato and some water and do it that way. That's what I like about a ceramic knife. It cuts so nicely into the tomatoes. So if you've hopped on, say hi. Tell me if you can hear me okay. If you got any questions, if you're watching the replay, just let me know. All right, so that's that. I'm going to put a little bit more water just because I don't have as much, because it wants an actual can of crushed tomatoes, which I'm not putting in here. And then it wants a couple tablespoons of vinegar, and then molasses. So it says about a half a cup, so we will only need about a quarter of a cup. So some molasses, some beans, some tomatoes, a bit of water, and then of course half of the seasoning. And I was not paying attention there at all. So all of the seasoning. Oh well. It'll just be really, really tasty, right? You can always top it up with a bit more beans or actually go out and get some tomatoes, and that would take care of some of that. All right, so that's that. All right, so simply better beans, and I'm putting it on the stove top in our 12-cup multi-purpose thing for about cover for 5 minutes until it's heat it up to get it boiling for 5 minutes, and then hit it to go down for 10 minutes to simmer. I'm like super fun today. Woohoo! All right, so that's rotisserie chicken. That's that. All right, the next thing is actually going to be making some taco meat for this week as well. It'll be for dinner for tomorrow night and that. So super simple. This is our taco seasoning. I've got some ground beef here, and I'm just going to go ahead and use our wok. So get that going, and then I'll throw the seasonings in. It also needs a cup of water, and then we'll just have it available to make quick lunches or dinners, as I said, for the week. So why I say it's two steps today is because this is the protein piece. And then I'm going to go and order some vegetables from our greengrocer across the street and get those in, and then spend about 20 minutes putting all the groceries away or produce away. So we are going to get some spinach, which I'm going to blend up with zucchini and mushrooms to make the blend for our vegetarian lasagna for later this week. I can do that now and freeze it and have it ready. Or I can do it fresh at the time, but a lot of that is just so we can have it simply done. It's good to go. And if I make it actually now, what I can do is freeze half and keep half going like for the week, and then have another half for later in the month kind of idea, right? For next month, kind of idea. And of course I wash everything and prep, that kind of idea. So that's kind of why I say it's two steps. So this is going to be simple and quick, and then I'm going to move on to something else for later on. All right. So you use whatever protein you like. We're just going to use some really lean ground beef. Just get that browning. And I guess I didn't need my separator because it's separating nicely. All right. So there is those things that we were going to do today. And the next thing I was going to do is actually make myself some grapefruit ice cubes. And that was it. So let's just finish this off. So I'm just going to brown the hamburger meat. As I said, you could use whatever meat you like, and the chicken will come out and rest, and it'll have that. So we basically have a choice tonight. We can have chicken or we can have tacos, and then tomorrow we can have the same and then have it for a few lunches. So it'll probably get us until Wednesday. And then Wednesday night we can make the vegetarian lasagna, and then plan up what we're going to do for the next couple of days. But usually the vegetarian lasagna gets us to Thursday. And then, of course, we've now hit holiday time, where some of us take time off. And so for me, it's not so much about it being Canada Day as it is simply a day off from my day job. And that's how I've always kind of looked at it. So I know I'm not going to be celebrating Canada Day for the what's been going on, but I will be taking time off and relaxing. So and reflecting. So that's kind of what that is. So that's where Canada Day will be for me. Just more about that. So part of all this will be just preparing until that point, and at that point, we will plan what we want to do, whether it's little short trips or something, which means I plan meals differently when we're heading out, more of like picnic style and things like that. So if you're interested in ideas about that, feel free to message and we can chat. Otherwise, you know what? I'm just going to stop here and say have an awesome Sunday and take care, everyone. Thanks.